OG Lee, back at you. You know, I just took a trip to the bank, and the minute I stepped in the bank, I had a flashback. When I was about, I guess I was about 4 years old, my mom's opened me up a bank account. Pennsylvania and Atlantic Avenue. East New York Savings Bank. And when you used to open up your bank account, they used to give you a passbook, and the amount used to be in there, stenciled in. And I never forget that. My mom opened it up with $5. Now, we didn't get to put too much in there on a regular basis, but I did have that $5 in there, and I never forgot it. I always looked at my passbook, and it just felt official. And the bank was along the bus route that we always used to take. And so every time the bus would turn right there off of Atlantic onto Pennsylvania, I would see the bank. And I always remember thinking as a kid, oh, I got money in there. I got money in there. And if you know, that bank is a big old building, man, on the corner. So it was like, to a kid, it was like a grand thing. And when you went into the bank, you know, back then things were more conservative, right? So you had, you know, people with suits, ties, and, you know, they were really official looking. And so to a kid, I mean, that was the shit, you know. And so I always remembered that, having that bank account. And again, we didn't get to go put too many subsequent amounts in. But when we did, I always remembered the feeling that I felt, you know, about having something in that bank. And so I want to bring that up to say, because I did this with my kids. Open your kids a bank account, a savings account. You could probably open it still with $5. Open your kids a bank account. Do it today. Open your kids a bank account. Very, very important. And do this every Saturday that you get a chance. Go with your kid and deposit some money in that bank. I don't care if it's a quarter. They can't turn you away. Put 25 cents in there. But don't you really take your broke ass in there with no 25 cents. At least $1. Let your kid have a greenback. Put that money in there. Very important to let them understand what that is. Because what the mind thinks about then is that it can accumulate, right? There's a means to an end. It talks to them about incrementalism, building up to something. And that's important, because a lot of people are about instant gratification. So if you can teach your child that things have to be built up in increments, it's a lot better for their mentality, right? Why is that? If they have to go to college, right? We know how our college system is. You don't just run through it. You've got to do general education requirements, right? For maybe a year, sometimes a little more. Then you start getting into your major. You might go for 4 years and get a baccalaureate. And then if you want to go more, a master's, that's going to be more, maybe 5 to 6 years, right? Let's say you wanted to get a law degree, that takes you a little more, right? Let's say you wanted to be a doctor, pharmacist, different routes, right? So it teaches that everything is just not instant, that there has to be, and there can be, a very good ending when you talk about an incremental buildup. That's very important. So I thought I would share that. Do it. Do it today. Do not procrastinate. It's very important to teach your child that mindset. Get it to the point where your child starts asking you, Daddy, when we going to the bank? Very, very important. Very important. Don't sleep. This is OG. That's an OG call. I'll see you again soon.